Most Americans are sleepwalking into an economic disaster because what's happening right now between China and the U.S., it's not just about tariffs or politics. It's about your wallet. It's about your job. It's about whether or not you're ready for what could become the next global recession. And most people, they have no clue what's coming. Be careful where you get your information from. Because, depending on what news station you watch, you'll be told completely different stories. One channel might say China is the enemy. Another will say the U.S. is being too aggressive. But none of them are telling you the real question. What does this mean for you? What do you need to do right now to prepare? But here's the thing. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you the best, most reliable ways to protect yourself and your family. You'll walk away with real practical strategies to survive what could be the most financially dangerous chapter of this decade. So don't click away, because what you do right now could decide whether you struggle through this or come out stronger on the other side. The trade war between the United States and China has been simmering for years, but now it's starting to boil over again. And this time, it's not just about who gets cheaper steel. It's about inflation. It's about supply chains. It's about your next grocery bill. And whether your company is going to start cutting jobs because of rising costs. Last week, the Federal Reserve Chair admitted what nobody wants to say. Tariffs are a hidden tax on everyday Americans. Prices have already climbed 2.8% this year. But with new tariffs on Chinese imports, things are about to get worse. Your iPhone, car parts, and even groceries. They're all about to get more expensive. And when things get more expensive for businesses, guess who ends up paying for it? You do. Now, I want you to think about this from a bigger perspective. China is the second largest economy in the world. They manufacture a massive percentage of the goods that Americans use every day. When you increase tariffs on those goods, you create a domino effect. First, prices go up. Then businesses tighten budgets. Then they stop hiring. And then they start laying people off. And let me be clear, this isn't some theoretical scenario. This has already happened before. During the last major trade war escalation, back in 2018 to 2019, economists estimated that U.S. companies lost over $46 billion and American farmers took a beating. Prices on consumer goods went up. Some businesses even shut down. Let me break this down. China isn't backing down. They're retaliating with tariffs on U.S. agriculture, energy, and tech. That means farmers in Iowa and factory workers in Ohio, they're already feeling the pain. But here's the real kicker. This isn't just a trade dispute. It's an economic war, and every war has casualties. This time, it could be your job. Fast forward to today. Inflation is still stubborn. Interest rates are still high. And now, we're throwing gasoline on the fire by reigniting a trade war with China. Here's what Jerome Powell and the Fed are looking at right now. If tariffs increase, inflation could spike again. That means interest rates would need to stay high for longer, or worse, go even higher. This would impact car loans, credit cards, and mortgage rates. Suddenly, your $400 monthly car payment becomes $600. Your groceries? Another $100 a month. Think I'm exaggerating? Look at the numbers. U.S. manufacturing growth just hit a 3-year low. China is offloading $150 billion worth of U.S. treasuries. And the stock market? It's a ticking time bomb. One wrong step from Washington or Beijing, and we could be staring down another 2008 level crash. So the question is, are you ready? Because while politicians posture and analysts debate, the pressure is going to fall on the average person. That's you. That's me. We are the ones who feel the squeeze. The truth is, we're entering a dangerous cycle. Tariffs raise prices. Prices raise inflation. Inflation forces the Fed to keep rates high. High rates reduce spending. Reduced spending slows the economy, and that, my friends, is how recessions begin. If you're working a stable job right now, you might think you're safe. But if that company gets hit by higher costs, they might freeze hiring, delay promotions, cut hours, or worse, Start layoffs. If you're a small business owner and depend on importing parts or products from overseas, expect your costs to rise quickly. But here's the good news. You can prepare. You can take steps to make sure you and your family aren't caught off guard when this wave hits. Step 1. Stockpile cash. And no, I don't mean hiding it under your mattress. Here's what I mean. When times get tough, like when prices go up, jobs get cut, or interest rates stay high, you need money that you can reach fast. I'm not talking about investing in stocks or crypto. I'm talking about good old-fashioned emergency savings. You need to build a safety cushion, cash that can cover your basic bills if something unexpected happens. That means your rent or mortgage, groceries, gas, phone bill, and anything else you can't live without. If you're just getting started, try to save up at least 3 months of your regular expenses. If you can save more like 6, 9, or even 12 months, that's even better. Why? Because if this trade war between the U.S. and China gets worse, prices could skyrocket and companies may start cutting jobs. Now, don't just keep your money in a regular checking account where it earns nothing. Instead, look into a high-yield savings account. They're safe and can earn you more interest. Some banks right now offer 4% or more just for keeping your money there. Step 2. Cut the fat. Spend smart. Listen, this is not the time to flex. Not the time to buy that new car. Not the time to upgrade to the latest iPhone just because it looks sleek in your hand. Why? Because if inflation spikes again like it's expected to, you could be stuck with payments you can't afford and regret you can't return. Right now, every dollar you save is a dollar that protects your future. Overspending during economic uncertainty is like building a house during a storm. Everything looks fine until it crumbles. Ask yourself, do I need this, or do I just want it? The smart ones, the ones who'll come out of this stronger, are staying lean. They're holding on to their cash. They're living below their means. Because they know that when the economy tightens, the last thing you want is to be drowning in bills with no life raft. So before you swipe that card again, remember that the next few months could decide the next few years. Step 3. Update your resume. I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out. If this trade war escalates and causes ripple effects throughout the job market, you want to be ahead of the curve. Tariffs will destroy some jobs but create others. Learn a recession-proof skill, AI, green energy trades, and healthcare. Courses like freelance coding or remote consulting are lifelines. And lastly, step 4. Shift your investments because what worked before might not work now. Listen, this isn't the time to blindly throw money into hyped-up tech stocks or trendy apps with no profit. If a recession hits and if China keeps dumping U.S. dollars like they've started doing, you want to be one step ahead, not left holding the bag. So here's the move. Start thinking defensive. Look at industries that survive and even grow when the economy struggles. Utilities, energy, and commodities like oil, gas, or even agriculture. These are the things people and governments still need no matter what's going on. Don't just listen to one media outlet. Don't get caught up in the propaganda of us versus them. The U.S. and China are in a complex economic dance. There's no easy villain here. But when leaders make moves, those moves affect markets. And when markets get hit, so do jobs, so do prices, and so does your household budget. Don't be fooled by these strong economy headlines like, unemployment is a lagging indicator. By the time CNN reports layoffs, it'll be too late. Remember, the 2008 crash didn't start on Wall Street. It started in your grocery bill, your gas tank, your paycheck. Here's the bottom line. This trade war ends in disaster. But you don't have to. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share this with everyone you care about. Drop a comment. Tell me how you're preparing. And if you're still watching, good. That means you're ready to fight back.